Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Downton Abbey. Last episode, the Dowager really kind of just put her footprint all over that episode. What she did for Ethel, I think, was a kindness, even though she overstepped a lot. I think it might be best for Ethel to restart somewhere else. And if they help her do that, I'm okay with that. And then with Edith, she went to Edith on her own to ask her if she's sure about this, but when everyone was around, she voiced her support for Edith taking that job, which she did, which is exciting. I'm happy for her. And then with Tom being brought in on this like farming project thing, that was the Dowager's idea too, and I think everyone more and more is starting to accept Tom as a part of the family, especially comparatively when they saw how extreme his brother is. They're like, you know what, Tom's not so bad. But I think he is respecting them more and feeling more like they are his family, which he needs now that he can't go home and Sybil's not here. So the Thomas and Miss O'Brien stuff is awful. I hope they can knock it off. That was so heartbreaking. While Thomas is not my favorite character, never has been, never will be, I do feel bad for him. This is awful. And I'm glad that Mr. Carson handled it in the best way he could have. It could have gone way worse. So I hope we can just move past this, and hopefully Jimmy won't hold any ill will. And I don't know if Thomas is going to retaliate or not, but we'll see. 2 episodes to go. I feel like, since the last episode is always like a movie, an hour and a half, the penultimate episode is more like the finale, and then we get into like the big event. So I'm excited to see where we're ending this season. So, I don't really have any ideas of where it's going to go, so let's get into it.
You have been twisted by nature into something foul.
Just
and
say
even
nothing.
I can see that you did not ask for it. I think it better that you resign quietly.
Resign.
Citing the excuse that Mr. Bates has returned.
I'm not foul, Mr. Carson. I'm not the same as you, but I'm not foul.
I'm glad Thomas said that. Do you feel bad?
Come on, Miss O'Brien. Time to stop eavesdropping and do some work.
I don't know what you... If I were you, I'd be captain of the village. They always win.
Not always. Usually, but not always. Mary,
Oh,
looks as if
this
you're in
is a big event.
trance. What were you doing in London? It's worn you out.
But if you don't speak out, people might think you weren't disgusted at all. You must excuse me. I ought to be upstairs.
When is it enough?
You couldn't be in better hands than Dr. Ryder's, truly. I hope to God you're right.
Anna's worried you're getting late.
What's going on?
Heavens, you made me jump.
I just want to do my best for the house. That's all the reward I seek.
Oh, your modesty is an example to us all, Mr. Molesley.
She hates London, so she's coming to a great aunt in Yorkshire to have a good time. How original.
Well, don't be silly. Of course you will.
Fact is, I've never played cricket.
But couldn't you try?
Robert, stop being such a bully.
He really wants to win.
Unless he's going to give him a bad reference, you're going to tell the police.
I can do that. Could I?
This
Why
is
not?
all because of how he treated
And you have
Alfred?
to, if you don't want folk to think there's something funny about you.
It's a good job that's supposed to be eaten cold.
What will you do? Oh, what's it to you? You're right. It's nothing to me.
He certainly doesn't owe Thomas anything, that's for
Buy out
sure.
Simpson and Tucker. Quite a chunk of the estate will be back in hand.
London seems to have tired me out.
Is she pregnant?
I ought to report him to the police.
No.
It's my duty. I know today thinking is much more liberal.
Yeah, just a minute. I've never been called.
What an offense.
Stop now.
But I can't stay quiet if my conscience prompts me differently.
She's not your
I won't turn a blind
conscience.
eye to sin.
Oh shit, Lily James. Hey girl.
Daddy works harder than a slave, and so she has to manage everything else by herself.
I doubt he works harder than a slave.
Yeah, no.
Cousin Isabel is very literal. I have something for you.
So stupid thing to say.
The first answers to the advertisement.
Oh wow, it's a lot.
Cousin Violet is trying to find a new job for my cook.
That sounds rather inconvenient.
Cousin Violet has never let a matter of convenience stand in the way of a principle.
Is the kettle sent to the pot?
This wasn't Jimmy's idea. Somebody's put him up to it.
Who do you think?
He wouldn't be so unkind, not left to himself.
You might be giving him too much credit,
You
but
would defend him under
you're
such
right.
circumstances, but there it is.
You being in this room is enough to make it nice.
Oh!
Edith, you should take Rose over to Whitby on Wednesday when they have their market. She'd enjoy that.
I can't. I'm going to London on Wednesday.
Oh, well, could I come?
But you don't like London.
Just got here. I thought you hated London.
Darling Mummy.
Oh, why is she really here?
Correct her.
Oh, no. She's right, really. But I'm planning a surprise for her. I suspect I'll need help controlling Rose.
She seems like a lot.
So that.
I'm not sure. Instinct.
What about Sippy? I want to be lonely for her. Just you and Nanny, nobody else for company.
I think it's right for both of us.
Oh no.
Mr. Barrow?
Oh, this is cute.
Lady Grantham, the Dowager that is, has been concerned that your history here has left you lonely.
Can you promise not to let him catch an earlier one?
Of course not.
What's going
What
on?
reason would I give? You can think of something.
A happy couple and everyone's so pleased for you. Can't imagine what that's like.
Perhaps you should try being nicer.
You should try that.
It's being nice that got me into trouble.
I assume I can count on you, Mr. Molesley.
Oh, I'll say.
Of course you
How
can.
much I don't know about cricket.
Make me quite nervous.
Rose, what are you up to?
I don't think there's one where I should be happier than here.
Oh, she wants
That's
to
very
stay.
flattering.
There was a nice letter from a Mrs. Watson, but it was near Cheadle. I'm sorry if it makes trouble between you and the Dowager.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Yeah, no.
If you'd gone, she'd have found some other bone for us to fight over.
Yeah, that's true.
You look very pretty today.
He likes her.
I'm not sure how professional it is of me to point that out.
It's not.
Don't be afraid of being serious when it feels right.
Really?
Really. No, I think we're onto something new here.
Good.
The mature female voice.
He says he's powerless. And it's true, we won't help Thomas by putting him in prison.
I wouldn't wish that on any man.
So let him stay here. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Imagine me feeling sorry for Thomas.
I know, me too.
Life is full of surprises.
They said they wanted to go to a club, the Blue Dragon, on Greek Street.
She's 18. Let her live.
This is like the outer circle from Dante's Inferno.
No, come on.
Tell me, where is Mrs. Margadale?
She's in the country at the...
Terence used to work for Daddy, so his wife is absolutely horrid.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Wish to
sure that's what
seduce
he
young
said.
women always have horrid wives.
He's in love with me. He wants to marry me just as soon as he can get a divorce.
Yeah. I wonder what the holdup is.
Were you a very involved mother with Robert and Rosamond?
Does it surprise you?
I'd imagine them surrounded by nannies and governesses being starched and ironed to spend an hour with you after tea.
Yes, but it was an hour every day.
She got it on the nose.
How tiring.
You're still in one piece. Why do you have to be such a big girl's blouse about it?
I'm sorry, Mr. Carson, but I won't change my mind.
Jimmy, you ain't running shit.
I suppose you know who's put him up to this, Mr. Carson.
Yeah, go get her.
Mrs. Levinson for Dr. Ryder.
Uh-oh.
It meant a small operation.
Oh.
What?
It's all right.
She
It was
had
weeks ago.
fibroids?
That's why I've been keeping you at arm's length.
Do you think they will keep quiet? I expect so.
As long as you stick to your side of the bargain. Probably because she knows that Granny will be furious.
Uh-oh. You are overheard.
First this way.
Yeah.
I mean, if I shouted blue murder every time someone tried to kiss me at Eton, I'd have gone horse in a month.
Damn.
Tiresome fella.
Alone in Scotland with Aunt Agatha. She can't be serious.
I know, Lady Agatha isn't much of a party person, I admit.
How did she find out who gave me away?
You just gave yourself away,
I
girl.
don't know who Terence is.
I won't be held a prisoner forever.
No, one day you'll be older and out of our power. But not yet.
Not yet.
You've heard of the phrase, to know when you're beaten.
Damn.
I'm beaten, Mr. Bates.
Wow,
And when I'm truly
Thomas.
beaten,
Then give me the weapon and I'll do the work.
Damn. Do they know about the
families have been at Downton for as
miscarriage?
long as we have.
we need to see more profits from the farms.
Here we go. Profit, profit, profit. Well, there's a chap in America. What's his name? Charles Ponzi, who offers a huge return after 90 days.
Ponzi?
Now, Harry Stoke has gone in with them. Then Harry Stoke.
He's so bad with
is a
money.
fool. But if I could find out, Robert, the last time you took an interest in investment, you ruined the family. You seem to be agreed there's no place for me in all this. So obviously it's time for me to take a back seat.
I mean, it is. Just be the Earl and just enjoy your family.
I am surprised to find that you're a fan of Mr. Oscar Wilde.
You've known about Mr. Barrow all along.
He's a
So what's
fan of
changed now?
fairness.
Perhaps I've come to my senses.
You mean you found a way to be even nastier than usual?
Yep.
Get back in the knife box, Miss Sharp.
I want you to persuade Jimmy to let Mr. Barrow have a reference.
They have to know about the bathtub incident. Yeah.
I'm going.
Sort it out by this evening,
Oh,
or you'll find your secret is no longer safe with
Ah-ha!
You sure I won't be made to look a fool?
You already look like a fool, Jimmy.
I think they'll hold you higher in their estimation.
It's firm. Tender. Cherish the ball.
Mr. Mose.
Right.
Is it true you've given in and let Mr. Barrow get away with it?
Alfred.
And on.
It has nothing to do with you.
I'm a hard worker, and I've some knowledge of the land. Matthew knows the law and the nature of business.
Which I do not.
You understand the responsibilities we owe to the people round here. Those who work for the estate and
You
those that
don't.
don't. It seems to me if we could manage to pool all of that.
On one condition.
Say.
You play cricket for the house.
Oh my God. Cricket is all he cares about.
You said it yourself. We all have to do what we can do.
You didn't
Oh.
expect to find me here.
Yeah, I didn't.
You must write to Mrs. Watson today and get it settled.
I'll be able to see Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, yay.
It'll be easier than not seeing him.
Yeah.
You can make him under butler. Then your dinners will be grand enough for Chu Chin Chow. And he can apply to be a butler when he does leave.
Okay.
That would make him my superior.
I don't know.
He owes you
I'm
now.
the butler, head valet. There's not much in it.
The question remains, how do we convince James?
I have discovered that you are in fact married.
Oh.
Yes. My wife is in an asylum. She has been for some years. Lizzie was a wonderful person. I loved her very much.
I don't know. They used to do that to women way too much. I don't know. I have
Means
qualms.
that I'm tied for the rest of my life to a mad woman.
If Ethel wants to be part of her son's life, even a little part, who are we to stand in her way?
Of course, if you had had
Yeah,
to
it's a
sell
win-win,
Thomas
I
the
guess.
butcher to be chopped up as stew
Oh.
to achieve the same ends, you would have done so.
Well, happily, it was not needed.
I thought I was helping him get out of our lives for good.
Yeah, you kind
Now
of.
he ranks higher than I do.
Yeah.
A damn fool.
Well, maybe he'll be nice now.
By the way, what was that phrase he gave you to say to Miss O'Brien?
It was her ladyship's soap.
What?
I can't make any sense of it either, but that's what he said.
Oh, he didn't tell
Her
y'all.
ladyship's soap.
Don't worry about me, my lord.
Let's go, Mr. Mosley. You got it.
Well done, Papa.
sent north tomorrow with a monster for a jailer.
But Mama said you told her. I just filled in the details.
I never said a word.
She played all of
You
y'all.
told me, Mama. Trish, I'm not a country.
Oh, and by the way, congratulations on your appointment as first footman.
What?
Thank you, Lord. Very much.
I guess that was a tit for tat.
He's made a complaint concerning Mr. Thomas Barrow.
Oh no! Alfred!
On another of your employees. I made the call before I knew what they were doing. I'd been at the cider.
You what? Oh, I think we can overlook it this once. Don't you?
Carson.
If I were to say I'd live with you while Sybil's little, and that we wouldn't move out until she's older, would you mind?
I should be
Mine?
delighted. And I know it's what Sybil would want.
Oh! Oh! Hey! Wow! Who thought we'd ever get here? That was fun seeing them have fun with the whole community like that, and I love how much Lord Grantham was into it, so much so to do all that for Thomas. And honestly, I thought that after all the things that he has been losing to, you know, evolution and how society is changing, I thought he maybe would have a hang up about Thomas, but he's like, no, people kiss me at eating all the time or tried. So he was for it, but more so, I think, just because Thomas is really good at cricket. That really kind of saved him here. And Mr. Bates. I know Mr. Bates might be regretting it a little bit right now because Thomas is over him now, but he better leave him alone after all this. Mr. Bates went above and beyond for him. Maybe he'll start being nicer. And Miss O'Brien, you deserved to get reminded of your secret for pushing it that far. For like, because he had, you know, issues with Alfred that was so minor. You're so spiteful. So I'm glad she had to, you know, walk it back. And you know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I guess I'm glad that Thomas is staying. He did not deserve everything that happened there. And for the most part, I think everyone was pretty decent about it. I know Mr. Carson can't help himself but being, you know, saying too much. But even he, I think, is okay with him staying on and working for him, which will be interesting to see. I don't really know what an under butler does. I guess he just is the butler for Mr. Carson, which is kind of like a good thing for him, I would think. So we'll see how that goes. Rose was a lot. She was definitely getting played by that dude. That dude was never going to leave his wife for you, girl. But she's 18. She wants to, like, live it up in London. Let her. Oh, my goodness. But the Dowager certainly got her hooks in and just played everyone like a fiddle. She's too smart for her own good. And I'm glad that Ethel is going to get to be with Charlie, even though Charlie's not going to know it's his mom. Maybe when he gets older, he can know. But even though the Dowager did all this to preserve the family name, I think it's for the best, because that's where Ethel really wants to be. So I wonder if Miss Bird is going to come back. We'll see. Okay, so Mary had something. She probably had like fibroids, I guess, that she had to have removed. But she and Matthew should be okay to start having kids. They seem very keen to do so. So I don't know. If I was her and my sister died in childbirth, I don't know if I'd be like, yeah, let's fucking do it. I don't know. And Edith getting involved maybe with a married man, I don't know how that's going to play well. I don't know. I always have like suspicions when, especially back in this time, a woman is told that she's a lunatic and needs to be locked up. I mean, he did make it sound like it was pretty severe, but that used to happen to women far more and for not good reasons. So I'm a little trepidatious about her getting involved with him. Not only that, but for the fact that he is her boss Like, if it doesn't work out, what are you going to do? Is he going to treat you okay as someone he works for? I mean, maybe he would, but that is like the gamble of getting involved with someone who is over you. So, I don't know. He seems fine, but I don't know. I'm a little worried about that whole situation. Mr. Bates and Anna working on their house. Love to see that. And they're still going to work there. They just have their own home, which is nice for them. And I'm just so proud of Mr. Bates for putting all of the past aside to do that. Like, prison, I guess, did change him. And, you know, I think after dealing with the scoundrels that he was inside with, you know, his roommate and that guard, I feel like maybe in perspective, Thomas isn't that bad. So maybe that helped. Oh my God. Jimmy was, I mean, I know Miss O'Brien was pushing him too hard, but he was just doing too much. And then out of nowhere, Alfred got involved. Oh God. I'm glad it worked out. It could have gone really badly, but it's good. I think we're good. Yeah, this was fun. Mr. Mosley. He tries so hard, you know. You just can't help yourself but to root for him, but you know it's not going to go well because it just never works out for him usually. But, you know, maybe he taught people a couple of things, you know, that there's value in that. I'm glad Lord Crowley is okay with Tom and Matthew's plan. It seems like, you know, they need to make money, and this seems like something that could be a good thing. He just, you know how Lord Crowley is. And I'm glad that Tom and he had such a good conversation, and Tom told him what he brings to the table. It's not nothing. And I think that was enough. And I'm just so proud of Tom. Like, he's just come such a long way. And I don't think he should lose that part of himself, that revolutionary part of himself. But he's, you know, he's a child that he is solely responsible for. I'm glad he's staying. I know Cora's happy about that. And, you know, he just has to make do with this new life, but everyone is so great to him now, and he really is part of the family. I love to see it. I love it. So I'm so proud of how many people were okay about Thomas. Like, Miss Hughes was great, Mr. Bates was great, Lord Crowley was great. I feel like that's probably maybe less so historically accurate. Maybe it is like shot with a bit of like a new lens of our modern world, but I'm fine with it. I don't want them to be awful to him about that. And, you know, everyone just seemed to be understanding. It was really nice. Sans a few people. But, yeah, this was really fun. I'm excited to see what the finale movie is going to be like. I'm sure Mary may get pregnant. They'll start work on their new farming plans. I'm sure we're probably not going to see Ethel again, but I'm happy that she's going to be happier. And I wonder if we'll see Rose anymore. She was a lot. It was fun to see that club. And I just wonder how that went over with her mom. Because I'm sure the Dowager said something. Maybe not. I think she was just kind of taking the piss. She would never say it that way. But she is so smart and can get her way, man. She sure can. And I think her son takes after her some in that way. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm excited for the finale. So, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good holiday, and I'll see you guys soon.